Now let me ask you this: being a child of a preacher, is that what made you decide to go gospel, or did you ever have inspirations of doing secular?
No, I started out singing in my dad's church. Started out playing drums. Then I transitioned over to the mic and started singing. And I think around about junior high is when I found out that if you had somewhat of a voice, you could get attention and the ladies would love you. And, so that's that kind of pulled me away from the whole church thing. And as well being part of a strict church upbringing, kind of wanted to get out and sow my wild oats. So, and got into R&B, junior high, high school, talent shows, different various groups that I was in. We've done real well with those, and began to do R&B within the city. And it's funny that we get on this subject because one of my managers when I was doing R&B is in the studio with us. Miss Sabrina Lott. And I tell you, it has to be the favor of God, because we didn't even know I didn't know she was going to be here today, and she didn't know I was going to be here today. God is bringing things full circle. God is bringing things full circle. So I was with a group, and we got a chance to go to New York, and was there shopping our demo at the time, singing and auditioning in front of labels, and. At that point, God started to deal with my heart. Right at the point when contracts and offers were on the table, no matter who she would get us in front of to sing, they'd always ask, well, what about the lead singer? Do you think he wants to go solo? But I was always taught loyalty. Yeah. So I passed up a lot of opportunities, because I knew those guys, the guys that I was singing with, Stephen Jackson and Nate St. Clair. I knew that they were sacrificing days away from their family, weekends away from their family to rehearse, weekends and money that they could have put into their family's mouths and clothes on their kids' back to go into the studio. They were sacrificing with me, so I felt it was right to stay loyal, and stay with the group. And we were in New York, and didn't know that God was working. Didn't know that God was working behind the scenes, but we went to an R&B music conference, and I was given a demo CD, and the CD just happened to be a song by B.B. Winans, Brian McKnight, and Joe called "I'm Coming Back Home."
My Lord.
And in the hotel that night, couldn't sleep, and I couldn't understand why, so I just decided to put on some headphones and just go downstairs to the lobby. And when I put that song in the CD player, that song started tugging at my heart. I'm coming back home, home, where I know love is waiting for me. I've been gone much too long. I know where I'm supposed to be, so I'm coming back home.
My Lord.
Yeah. So, I had to make the decision, to make the change. I knew what was right. I knew what was right and what I was supposed to be using my gifts and talents for.
I'm just still amazed that you just said that this young lady here was your manager when you were doing secular.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have not seen her since doing that?
We've kept in touch. We've kept in touch over the years. Yes, ma'am.
But neither one of you had any clue that the other one was going to be here today?
No, ma'am. Not at all.
Well, I tell you what I do hear from God, Amber. That was the Lord that spoke, and I'm grateful for that. Amen, because you never know why he wants to reconnect that, but I'm glad that we can do that here at KCOH. Now, that song, I'm Coming Back Home, you said that was by B.B. King?
B.B. Winans.
B.B. Winans.
Joe and Brian McKnight.
Do you know a little bit of it?
A little bit.
Can we get you to do a little bit a cappella? Do you mind?
So I'm coming back home, home where love is waiting for me. Been gone much too long. This is where I'm supposed to be. So I'm coming home, coming home. Home is where I belong.
Hey! Glory, look at God. I'm telling you, he don't lead you wrong. Amen. Amen. He coming back home and he coming to the difference. Amen. Amen. On the 8th of February in 13334 Alameda. Listen, Richard, I did that. Yes, I tried it. Listen, you got a new CD project.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to hear your new song, Brighter Days, and then we're going to come back and I want to talk about pushing past adversity to get to where you are now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Sounds good.
Brighter Days coming up next. Richard Hollis.